Former IWC champion DJZ is the only Triple Crown champion in company history. But what a deflating moment it was when Z had to forfeit the IWC championship in December because he was not medically cleared due to a severely injured wrist that was still in a cast. I talked to DJZ earlier today. That wrist is not perfect, but he's good to go. He's been cleared, and he has a chance to win back the championship. Many say he should have never lost. Also a recent Impact Wrestling X Division champion, DJZ has been on fire across this country. Upcoming extended tour Mexico scheduled as well. We'll see if the IWC title goes international once again with him. About 6'4", at least 265 pounds, Wardlow has beaten 5 opponents in the past 2 live events. Beat Jimmy Vegas, who once went unpinned for nearly 3 years in IWC. Later that same night, he beat RJ City to win the vacant IWC championship. And in proving ground, he issued a challenge, an open challenge, to anybody. Beat 3 men in one night. And those 5 wins in 2 events aren't even counting the event in between when he bested 375-pound badass Shane Taylor of Ring of Honor. Who can stop the man with war in his name? LeBar's got Bar in his name. I hope he was barred from ringside. Let's go to Dave Kitch.
Live from the Good Times Sports Center here in Elizabeth, PA. This is the main event of the evening, and it is for the IWC World Heavyweight Championship. Introducing first, the man in charge of the Bell Sound referee, Bobby Williams. And now, the challenger from the Philippines, weighing in at 198 pounds. This man is a former 3-time IWC World Heavyweight Champion. Ladies and gentlemen, this is DJZ! And his opponent, accompanied by Justin LeBar.
Yes!
Defending, undisputed, IWC World Heavyweight Champion. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Wardlow.
DJZ not wasting any time. Now let's run. This match has started. DJZ with a quick powerbomb. Z is taking his opportunity, not getting paid by the hour. Springboard dropkick and Wardlow to the floor. And Z, get a fly, puts the brakes on. Went high risk, but Wardlow a step ahead. Look at this. Through the ropes and down to Wardlow. And the reigning champion never saw that coming. DJZ on a mission. 3 months on the shelf. And making the most of it. Tope and Hilo to the floor.
And Joe, that's what you got to do. You got to come quick out the gate. You got to take it to Wardlow because that's the only way. If he gets his hands on you, it can be all over like that, as we saw in World Valley.
What a better place than the 16th anniversary for DJZ to reclaim a prize he has held multiple times before. Spring up. DDT nicely done.
Joe, that could be it.
Cover. Hey, LeBar. LeBar already wasted no time being a nuisance.
I didn't see that, Joe. Oh, no, come on. He's got a manager's license to be out there.
LeBar is barred. He's the only manager with bar in his name.
Well, Bobby Williams is on a power trip. Show him the jacket, LeBar. Show him the jacket. Oh, LeBar, run. LeBar, run. LeBar, run. No. LeBar,
Yeah,
run.
you get out of there if you know what's good for you. DJZ's on a mission here. IWC title at stake. And here comes Wardlow. No.
Joe, I just got 20% less happy than LeBar left.
I don't care. This is an IWC title match.
But he's got a manager's license. He's legally allowed to be outside.
I hope they ban LeBar from Pennsylvania.
Would that mean Wardlow needs a new manager? Just saying.
It's right up your alley. But now DJZ's in trouble because the distraction that LeBar caused, even when being ejected, still paid dividends for the champion, who was able to blindside DJZ as Z was ejecting LeBar from the premises.
And I'll give LeBar credit. That was a genius move because we've seen that rolling, jumping DDT put away guys before. And if these people don't move, they're going to land
When
with
Wardlow tells you to do something, you do it.
Yeah, unless they want to land with Wardlow in their lap.
Oh! And they almost did. Z sidesteps and that 275 pounds of power and momentum. Just crashing into the people.
Where's DJZ? That's a long sprint, Joe.
Head of steam. Oh, Z cut with all the momentum in the world. Couldn't take the big man down. No. And Z just got dropped on top of those open chairs.
That's what. Well, as Wardlow said, this is my house. That's what DJZ has to do. He has to stick it to him. He has to pull out all the stops, to coin a phrase.
Z sent over the guardrail. And again, the history of DJZ in this company. DJZ trained at the original IWC training school. He's been coming to these events and training since age 16. His official in-ring debut here in IWC was in November 2004.
I was lucky enough to see DJZ's very first match. He always knew that he was going to be something special. He always knew he had it, so to speak. A lot of people have said that about Wardlow as well, and there hasn't been a man put in front of him that he could not conquer.
DJZ first won the IWC title in October 2008 at the largest tournament in IWC history. It was a two-day, weekend-long championship tournament. I believe 16 men in all. DJZ the last man standing. But even 15 other opponents may not be able to compare to the damage Wardlow can do.
5 minutes gone by. 5 minutes gone by.
I don't know if DJZ has had a test here in IWC like Wardlow. We talked about the test that DJZ provides to Wardlow.
Oh, God, you can hear the impact.
But what about the test Wardlow provides to DJZ? You're not going to match power with Wardlow.
No, not at all. DJZ knew that, and that's why DJZ came out of the blocks very quickly, very aggressive, and with a very frantic pace. But Wardlow's been able to shut that down, at least so far. DJZ shows some life as Wardlow hung over the top rope.
And DJZ does have the experience.
Springing in with a splash. Springboard, K-Brada, but nobody there.
And Wardlow shows he's not just brawn, he's got some brains to him as well.
Can't deny that. When you've been mentored by Justin LeBar, as much as I dislike LeBar, you're going to learn things, without a question.
I killed you, didn't it? That hurt, I bet. I can tell that look on your face.
It's easier to compliment him when he's not here. But will he need to be here for Wardlow to retain that championship? That's the question we'll answer.
Well, Joe, it's really not fair to bar LeBar.
Oh, my God. Wardlow had no leverage. He had negative leverage and still muscled DJZ overhead. That is some scary strength. You talk about the most powerful men pound for pound in this business. Michael Elgin, Cesaro. Put Wardlow in that category. 2 other IWC alumni, by the way. As Wardlow gets 2. I talked to DJZ earlier today. His wrist is at about 80 to 90% mobility. It's not fully recovered, but you know he's not going to use that as an excuse, even though you got to believe it's on his mind in this match.
Well, it's going to create a disadvantage for him, certainly. It's something that Wardlow could go after if he so chooses. anytime you have an injury, it makes you a little bit more cautious. Even if you're not technically using the body part that's injured, you're still a little bit more cautious. You do things a little bit differently than maybe you normally would.
Nothing cautious, nothing tentative about anything that Wardlow does.
Wardlow's got one speed, and that's go.
And that speed was his detractor there. Roll up two now. Sometimes Wardlow is such a big guy that momentum can work against him if Z can out-quicken him. God. Z is bringing the fight here.
And he's rocking him.
Wardlow is dazed, but he's on his feet still, and what a debilitating clothesline.
Well, he was rocking him, I should say. Wardlow now once again in firm control.
Z is just completely out of it at this point. His bell is rung.
He's going to be DJ A, B, C. He's going to be all the way out of letters at this point.
And now Wardlow leaving his feet. Well, you just heard that. Wardlow said he wants to end DJZ's career, which is a realistic possibility. Let's make no mistake about that. Wardlow has ended the IWC careers of Super Hentai of Jimmy DeMarco. And DJZ drops Wardlow from high above. Leverage move connects, but can he follow up? Neckbreaker.
Smart move there by DJZ, using that momentum that the Wardlow had on that missed clothesline against him. But DJZ's got to be spent.
Yeah, can DJZ follow up? That is the big question.
We just saw a ton of punishment dished out by Wardlow.
Wardlow charges in now. Z with a shoulder thrust.
You know, DJZ, we said can't match power, but he definitely does have the speed advantage.
Wardlow looks a little bit hurt for maybe the first time in this matchup since the outset as Z trying to knock Wardlow down. This may be a mistake. Got him that time!
Well, there it was. Joe said you can't match power, but you can match speed.
But Wardlow right back out! And the intensity of the IWC champion. Now look at this. DJZ, roll up air, got him though.
You know, those tree trunk legs of Wardlow, very hard to hold down for 3 seconds.
16 years of IWC championship history, starting with Powerhouse Hughes, Jimmy Vegas, Colt Cabana, CM Punk, Shirley Doe, Dennis Gregory, Sterling James Keenan, Corey Graves, DJZ, John McChesney, Jimmy DeMarco, Wardlow, oh God, Dalton Castle, Tommy Dreamer, Rhino, and the list goes on. DJZ on that list, but maybe out of it now.
And Joe, that may have been instinct more than anything else. We just saw DJZ get dumped on the back of his head. And that may have been instinct.
Z is fighting. He is a fighter. Does Wardlow have what it takes to stop arguably the most decorated IWC star of all time?
Well, Joe, it definitely is one thing to fight, but you got to think about your career as well. And DJZ could be putting that in serious jeopardy.
You see the emphatic statement Wardlow making. It's his house now, and with the blood, sweat, and tears DJZ, Shima Zion, by any name, has put into this company. That's a bold statement as Z tries to elevate 275. See springboard. Wardlow, can he navigate Z in midair?
Yes, he can, Joe.
Oh, God! Power bomb! And a second time! Wardlow deadlifts DJZ!
And Joe, the thing about Wardlow is not only is he a power guy, he has no problem going to that top rope and flying through the air.
And now Wardlow The Swanton. See with the knees. Wardlow's maneuver, we saw him using it at Proving Ground. He's beaten many men with it. But DJZ was prepared. And DJZ struggling to his feet. But what is left in his body? Up with a spring DDT. Pace quickens. Caught it in midair, power slam. Good grief.
And Joe, if he hits it, this could be over.
And the 1 foot pin. Are you kidding me? The pin that ended the careers of DeMarco and Hentai may have changed Jimmy Vegas forever, but was not enough to keep DJZ down.
And Joe, I'll tell you, he said he's going to end DJZ's career. He could end Bobby Williams' career too if we get more of those 2 counts. You saw that anger in the face of Wardlow. Not a man you really want to get angry. And now DJZ has nowhere to go. Big hand hawks, his right hands are coming against DJZ right now.
The official trying to get a break and not attempt a 5 count. The official knows the importance of one, a disqualification. Oh no. The official almost got caught up in the contact of this matchup. And Wardlow with a belly-to-belly release. Wardlow makes it look effortless.
Well, he really does. You know, you mentioned earlier that deadlift of DJZ. And that's not only a deadlifting guy, that's a guy fighting against you, and he was able to take him up there with ease.
Oh, DJZ, maybe playing a bit of possum that time when they lure Wardlow into a second Swanton attempt.
Well, DJZ's very dangerous when it comes to aerial maneuvers, especially off the top rope.
And Z attempting a superplex, but Wardlow outweighs Z by over 75 pounds. This? Or we can run beautifully done!
He just jumped from the ring to the top rope.
And DJZ can feel an opportunity! Springs up! DDT!
And he caught it flush right on the top of Wardlow's
We
head.
have a new champion! No!
So this is maybe the most power we've seen Wardlow in, and I can only imagine what LaBar is going through right now. Probably, if there's anything left in his dressing room, it's in 2 pieces.
From a desperate hope on the face of DJZ to now just plain old desperation. Z scales the turnbuckles. He has been an adept flyer since age 18. Wardlow crotches.
See, that was a mistake. He looked to the people for approval. That's not what you got to do when you're against Wardlow.
Wardlow has Z. Oh no. Wardlow driver from upstairs. And Wardlow has put away another IWC legend.
And Joe, let me ask you a question. Don't worry, LaBar is okay. He is fine. But let me ask you a question. Who stops Wardlow? And also, I think we may indeed have the final match of DJZ's career. Wardlow's going to end this. We just saw that chair land right on that injured arm. Joe, cover DJZ's career because it's going to end right now.
Come on now. The win wasn't enough. Again, that injured arm, that wrist, it just recovered. Wait a second. Here comes Goy and Facade. They trained with DJZ. They go back to teenagers all together. And here comes the frat. Decker and Gibson from behind. And this has completely gotten out of hand.
Well, Joe, that's what you do to guys.
What? That's Jimmy DeMarco! Jimmy DeMarco! Oh, what would a 16th anniversary be without the delicious one? I haven't seen him all day. But while the four men in the ring have been friends, they've been rivals. They grew up in this business together and have always had a kinship. And DeMarco never forgot that. And DeMarco was here when it counted. Look at this! We're not done yet! Triple stereo dives!
Well, Joe, I don't know what Jimmy DeMarco is doing here. He wasn't invited.
He's doing whatever he damn well wants. And this visual in the ring, these four men, for a decade of those 16 years we have been here, this has been the heart and soul of the International Wrestling Cartel. Trained together, debuted around the same time, became champions together. From an old abandoned school, getting their asses kicked by Shirley Doe and Super Hentai for years, to bona fide stars the world over. DJ Z, Gory, Facade, and Jimmy DeMarco, the essence of what's made IWC great for 16 years. And we're not done yet. Ladies and gentlemen, IWCWrestling.com. We're on the road to Meadville. Night of Superstars is coming your way. The Hardys are coming for gold.